Hello and welcome to my early game tips and build orders for They Are Billions. So the first thing that you want to do when you get in game is get some food down. Take the food over the houses because you need to explore before you place your houses. If you don't explore, you can end up placing them in bad spots, cutting yourself off from extra resources, that sort of thing. So it's definitely worth having a quick look around your base before you start planting stuff down right, left and centre. Your houses can only be placed in rows and columns, 2 by 2. If you do it in any other manner, you end up wasting a lot of tiles that you just can't build onto. It's just not worth it. Have a quick explore as your food's building, wait for your resources to tick over. Unfortunately, I found that little pile of gold. So, personally, I'd go for a little bit more food because I want my lumber mill down straight away as fast as possible. If you end up waiting on early game, you really end up waiting on stone and wood. You want wood before stone. You need wood for your quarry. So just place one down as soon as possible, have an explore, try and find your choke points, and make sure you patrol, because if you don't have a patrol set, you find that you miss a lot of zombies that just walk past you. That's a good little choke point. So if I was you as well, something which I found a lot of people neglect watching them myself on videos, is they don't level the soldier up as soon as possible. You just want him to be killing as many zombies as possible early on, because he'll I think he 3-shots monsters, 1, 2, 3. And as soon as he levels up, he'll 2-shot monsters and his fire rate increases, so he can clear out an entire wave of zombies by himself quite efficiently early on. So you want that for as soon as you've sort of walled your base off, and that if you've got a soldier, you can clear another part of the map to colonise really fast. So get him levelling up as soon as possible. Should be levelled up somewhere between day 4 to day 6 depending on your situation. Other than that, as soon as you've got quite a bit of food, quite a bit of lumber, start spamming houses. Get as much as you can. You want they got extra gold, extra workers. Just be very careful not to do something daft like covering your quarry position in the future up, because you normally get given 1 stone or that sort of thing. One worthwhile stone, and if you mess it up placing your stuff in the wrong places, you're really going to regret it.
You again. Gotcha. Oh, attention. Building completed.
So we need to expand fast, so we're going to have to spend 10 wood on a Tesla fairly early on. Fortunately enough, I've got quite a bit of wood and such around me. Need to keep that soldier firing off just non-stop if possible. Occasionally you'll have to kite him backwards so he doesn't get overrun, but it should be manageable. And keep colony gets a soldier or 1,000 gold reserves. That's a hard choice. It's like I've been saying about the soldier, we could get 2. I'm going to take the gold because that allows you to expand fairly fast. That is a hard choice then. Don't place your houses sort of half and half like that. Place them directly in a line with each other. Otherwise you can block yourself off from future houses and waste more tiles. So all of a sudden we've got enough to start expanding. We want to expand straight towards the trees, extra lumber, extra food from hunters' cottages, and don't forget your extra power, because soon as your houses start filling up, you're going to need more power pretty soon. Seems to have a relatively good map here, minus this little bit which you can't build on from the start because it's too close to my town centre. Very easy choke points. I think we should be looking pretty good fairly fast on this map.
Gotcha. Tell me. Attention. Building completed. Attention. Building completed.
So you need wood for your quarry pretty much straight away, which is why I'm going OTT for it. You also need it for your defences, your walls, which are very important early on. You just can't do it off your units alone, it's too hard. There's always one zombie will sneak past you and all it takes is one to get into your houses, you're not noticing, it's game over. This game really does live up to its reputation of being incredibly hard, as it's not forgiving at all. You just no mistakes allowed. It's a very addictive though playing.
Waiting on orders. Attention. Building completed. Attention.
Keep spamming your houses. So if you get two rows like that, you can do it in the opposite direction, sort of that way as well, like these houses. You've then got to give it a one break like that, and then you can just carry on doing exactly the same. So just one tile difference.
Attention. Building completed. Attention. Building completed. Sorry, sir. I was cleaning my well. Attention. Building completed.
So we want to close off this little bit first, and that just allows that archer to come down and help this soldier. I mean, we want the soldier getting the XP, but you want to cover off all your little things. And little choke points like this, very, very good. Your instinct might be to close it off a bit too close. If you pull back a little bit, say to about here, it allows you to place more towers behind it. And more importantly, if you get a wave running at you from this direction, it'll come between that and it'll thin out the horde to one tile of horde running at you once, and that's really easy to kill them all off before they actually get to your towers. So try and use your choke points properly. If you go too close and you can't get enough shots off onto them, then you'll just be overrun really fast. I've died a lot at these little choke points just putting them in the wrong place. Just put them slightly back and use that natural barrier to thin out the horde.
Do you need me?
You are going to pay me for this, right?
Oh, so that's pretty good, 6 stone. Now your goal really should be, the easiest way to make sure you survive is wall off your colony as soon as possible. Because there's always something that's going to slip through and kill you. My advice would be that don't try and take too much of the open space, because it gives you a lot of open space straight away, and that will fill up with zombies and you'll just never close it off in time. You'll just be putting down Tesla towers, it'll cost too much, you'll just be overcommitting to to die in the long run just for getting a slightly better economy. It's just not worth it.
Building completed.
So if you've planned out your houses and such right like that, you get one Tesla tower in, you just carry on going down the line like that and fit plenty of houses in. I'm hoping this soldier's going to level up pretty soon in the next day or two. He's got a bit of backup should he need it. Want that wood workshop pretty fast. That does allow building of bigger and better things, stone workshop, blister towers, that sort of thing.
Do you need attention? Attention. Building completed.
So we basically just need to expand as fast as we can without overdoing it so we die.
Commander, let's go.
Now these soldiers can be dangerous at the same point because the noise from them does pull a lot of zombies. It might be safer just to get up a wall here and have him stuck behind it, because at some point he's definitely going to pull a lot of zombies. I can see it coming. So as soon as you've got one quarry, 3 wood, lots of houses, you're looking pretty good. Just think about walling it all off. Just think about long-term survival rather than short-term blind grab.
Order, sir. Attention. Building completed.
You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Sorry, sir. I was cleaning my weapon.
So here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Can't quite fit one down. Hope we can get a few more down here. So if you get your wood workshop fairly early, you can research farms, and there's a lot of good farmland here. But say if you don't have that grassland to build farms, don't bother. Just don't build one. It's pointless. You just be building one for sacred. Or don't research farms, should I say. Still build the workshop.
Order, sir. Commander? Great idea, sir. Attention. Building completed. At your service.
And that's pretty much it. Early game. As soon as you wall off this point, you've got a fairly secure colony. The thing is, this game really just throws some curveballs at you. Before you know it, you have quite a few undead just streaming at you like that. It normally spawns an undead village around you at one side or another, and then you'll find that. So you probably want to wall off that side pretty fast, because your archer's definitely going to get overrun. So let's back up in with that one. Patrol on the inside. If you patrol on the inside of your fences, you're relatively safe. It just allows you to sit and concentrate. Oh, there we go. That's why I'm rolling it up. We're definitely going to pull a load sooner or later.
Come on.
All he needs to do is stand behind walls and he's safe as houses. As soon as you get him leveled up, is awesome. There's no stopping an elite soldier from clearing early on.
The walls are under attack. Attention. Building completed. Attention. Building completed.
Tell me. Bring 'em on!
Building completed.
So even with 3 lumber mills up, we're currently at 8. 8 wood, we're just forever waiting, and there we go. Should see the difference between the soldier now is leveled up. 1, 2, 1, 2, quite a faster fire rate. It's not invincible, but he's very good at clearing out now. He can handle a wave of zombies on his own fairly easy. As long as you're careful microing him, he will clear
They are trying to break through.
an empty space quite easily. If you want more soldiers, if you're lucky enough to get an iron, take the iron. If you're not, it's not always practical. It just depends on what the game throws at you. So your resources are just different every time. There's no perfect setup. You've just got to do whatever you can with what you've got, which is one of the reasons why this game's so addictive. It is different every time. Certainly, start of the game. Once again, just be careful where you're placing your stuff, because I would have placed it right next to there, but I got no towers in to defend. You can use an aggressive move with your veteran soldier just by pressing Q on the laptop setup, that is, and he'll just attack stuff as he's moving towards it. And as you can see, absolutely mauls these normal zombies. Like, that should be clear in no time.
The walls are under attack.
And that's it. That's my tips on how to get a successful village going at the start of the billions. Get your soldier leveled up, get 2 or 3 lumber as fast as you can, 1 stone, and wall it off. I hope you enjoyed the video, I hope you found it helpful, and I'll see you next time. I might continue the let's play from here on inwards.